What's going on, everybody? My name is Zach Hartley and welcome back to my weekly watch list video. In this one, I'm going to walk you through how I feel about the market conditions as well as 4 new stocks that are at the top of my watch list going into the week ahead. Let's jump right in. Okay, so to get us started here, we're going to take a quick look at the NASDAQ. This is mostly the major technology stocks, and as you can see, we got clearly rejected last week at the same level that we got rejected at the beginning of February. When it comes to the S&P 500, it's more of kind of an area. You can see we got rejected here in December. We got rejected at sort of the same time at the beginning of February. And now we have come back to the close to the same level. We're a couple percent below that level. But again, on Tuesday and Wednesday, it was not a great day for the S&P 500 and it was a slight pullback. With regards to the Dow Jones, we have pulled back a little bit more heavily than the other 2 indices. We did have a nice little bit of a rally over the last 2 weeks and kind of traded sideways to basically finish off last week. It was a short week. It was only 4 trading days, and so it was a pretty much sideways week for the Dow Jones. It was also a sideways week and pretty much month for Bitcoin over the last little while. We got above 27,000 back in the middle of March here, and now we're a third of the way through April, and we're pretty much at the exact same level. And so not a whole lot of action in cryptocurrency, or at least in Bitcoin prices over the last little while. However, the US government is starting to crack down on a lot more companies. One thing that is going up though right now is gold prices. I've talked about gold companies and gold mining ETFs over the last few months, and they've done fairly well recently, and that is because gold is basically triple testing this 2000, 2050 level right here. You can see we are currently trading above 2000. I think we were at 2006 or 2007 dollars US per ounce for gold when I checked this morning, and it is the 3rd time that we have crossed above 2000 since the beginning of COVID. If we stay above 2000 and it continues to rally, I think a lot of the gold miners are going to do extremely well. When it comes to earnings, it is not a big earnings week, but it is kind of interesting. We have LVMH that is reporting on Wednesday. We have a couple of cannabis companies as well. And then on Friday, it's a big day for the banks. We've got JP Morgan, we've got United Health, Citi, Wells Fargo, PNC, BlackRock, and then Birna. So lots going on Friday, not a whole lot throughout the week. LVMH is one company I'm more and more interested in though, so maybe a video on them coming soon. Now, with regards to market conditions, inflation data comes out this week, so that is going to be very important. That is CPI and core inflation, and that basically shows us, is inflation coming down? Is what the Federal Reserve doing? Is it working? And are these higher interest rates having the effect that we are looking for? This is a major piece of data that we use to analyze all of that situation. Now, when it comes to unemployment, we are still at extremely low levels. We are basically at record low unemployment, which is generally a good thing. However, if unemployment gets too low and everybody gets a job, it means that employers then have to raise the price and the wages that they're going to be paying people, and it costs businesses more, which usually ends up raising prices, which hurts inflation. And so unemployment being low is a good thing. Unemployment being extremely low or too low is usually not going to be a good thing for our situation right now, because it's going to have a negative effect on inflation. And so something to consider and also watch for. Over the next few months, I am expecting rate increases. I don't expect a rate decrease unless something drastic happens, but I do think it could be a 1 rate increase and then a pause, and then a rate increase and a pause. We could see something along those lines for the rest of the year. AI is still the hottest topic in the world right now. It continues to blow me away what it can do. It's even doing legal services for me now, which is absolutely incredible. OPEC last week also cut their oil production. This means that they're going to be producing less oil, which means supply is coming down, and if demand remains the same, that is going to drive up price. That is why we're seeing higher energy prices. That is also going to have a negative effect on inflation. So something that we really need to watch for here is we've got higher interest rates that are designed to bring inflation down, but at the same time, unemployment is extremely low, which hurts inflation, and we have OPEC basically manipulating the natural resource market to drive prices higher, which is also going to hurt inflation. And so it's kind of like the Federal Reserve is battling a couple of headwinds, and it's kind of a teeter-totter of who's going to win with regards to bringing inflation down or keeping it high, kind of where it's at right now, which is not a good situation for anybody, because it means rates are going to stay higher. Now, also something happening, and I need to do some more research into this, and you probably should as well, but Russia, China, and a couple of other countries are starting to switch away from using the US dollar for trade. So they're not buying and selling their oil and gas anymore in US dollars. They're doing it in different currencies, primarily their own currencies, and that could reduce the demand for the US dollar. When the demand reduces for the US dollar, it weakens the US dollar, and that could also be an opportunity that you may want to look at or consider. Now, when it comes to stocks this week, a couple of stocks that I really like, starting with Google. I just made a really nice swing trade in Google a little while ago. Off of support here at 90, up to resistance. I think I got out at 106. It's at 108 right now. It has some resistance at 108 to 109. If it breaks through that level, I like Google for a breakout trade, both long-term, because I think Google is a fantastic and great company, but also short-term up to the next level of resistance at, let's call it 123 to 125. You could put a stop loss at 108, 106, kind of just wherever you feel would be appropriate based on your risk to return ratio that you're looking for. Next one here is IonQ. I believe that's how you say the name. I'm not totally sure. They are a quantum computer company. Very, very interesting. The stock is up over 100% in 2023. They are breaking out of a major level of resistance here at about $6. As you can see, we got rejected several times last year and this year in February. And the company is increasing their revenue, so it is something that you may want to look into. AI is the hot topic right now, but I think quantum computing is going to be the hot topic in the future. Mark my words, I think it's coming because it's going to change a lot of things. I don't think it's going to be as consumer facing though, so I'm a little bit worried it might not just get that hype and drive, but I think quantum computing could have a major, major impact on a lot of things, including cybersecurity and encryption and how we store data and how we access our different profiles. So really, really interesting. Next one here is Maritime Launch Company. This is a company that I reviewed and made a video about this week. Super, super interesting company. They're based in Canada. They're starting a spaceport for commercial rocket launches. They're partnering with other companies to bring in their own launches and coordinate satellites into low Earth orbit. So there's a lot going on. Very exciting company. Basically a penny stock right now, trading super cheap at around 19 cents. And that is a major, major level right here. As you can see, we've got some resistance. We haven't been able to break out of 19, but if we get that breakout of 19, that would be a very positive sign. And the last one here is Drone Delivery Canada. They've been absent from my watch list for a very long time, but just recently they put out some incredible news about a partnership with the government of Canada for their largest drone, the Condor drone, that could be worth a couple of $1 million, which would be really, really nice to see, and it could be a huge opportunity. And so it is back on the radar. I like what they're doing. It is still cheap at 45 cents. The stock got all the way up to like $2, $2.15 at one point, and it is available in Canada and the United States. All of these stocks are. So definitely check it out. Actually, I don't think IonQ is available in Canada. That might be the only one. But definitely check it out. And if you want to learn more about how to analyze a company like this, I have a full stock market fundamentals course that is available on Skillshare. You get 1 month free when you use the link in the description down below. There's over 400 reviews, over 14,000 students that have taken the course. And it's well worth the time, it's well worth the effort, and it'll teach you everything you need to know about getting started and analyzing companies like this. If you get any value out of this video, please remember to click that like and subscribe button. I sincerely appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next one. Good luck trading, good luck investing, and we'll talk to you soon.